Well, hello and welcome. I'm Sue Britz.
And I'm Tina Lokkbakk. Welcome to Retired.
It's the podcast where we talk about what life is like when we put on new tread, new wheels that move us to our next adventure.
So where are we wheeling ourselves up to? That sounds like a wheelchair. We're not that old yet. But where are we wheeling ourselves up to today, Sue?
Well, Tina, it is April Fool's.
Oh, stop. You're fooling me.
No, I'm not. So April Fool's, do you know where it came from?
Yes. There was a woman back in Ireland named April. And her husband called her a fool.
God.
And so he I have no idea what.
You cracked me up. All right. That was a good one.
Thanks.
No, April Fools, I'm doing our history lesson here. They say that it dates back to in France, where they changed from
wrong country.
the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. And so some people were left behind, they didn't figure it out, and they started they didn't catch up until April, so they called them April Fools. So that's where it kind of comes from.
Oh.
And the pranks come from, they say, the people, they would put a paper fish and stick it on their back and that show that they were easily caught like a fish. They were gullible people. It's called, I think, excuse my French, I don't have French, Poisson d'Avril. So that's April Fools in France.
Thanks. Wow.
Well, and then I guess there's some
in what year? What century?
That was back when they were changing the calendar. It was like, 1582.
Wow.
There was some, other evidence. They say that maybe it was ancient Rome, but that's a whole different thing. Had to do with the equinoxes and all that stuff. So, I have two truths and a lie.
Okay.
But it's not two truths and a lie. It's two lies and a truth. And it's kind of my April Fools for you. Personal April
ready.
Fools. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm very excited because we finally found a house, and I'm not kidding. It's in a senior development. It's in the town up the foothills to the east of us where we want to go. It's two bedroom, 2 bath. It's 1,400 square feet, and they are building it, so it's brand new. It's not until this fall, and we've put down a down payment, or deposit, they call it. Okay.
That's one potential truth. Okay.
The other is another excitement that I have, and it's that one of my pieces has been chosen to be on display in a local gallery, and then we will do a artist tour around our studios in mid-April. So I'm now an artist.
Potential truth number 2.
And my other excitement is kind of not an excitement. It's kind of scary, but I felt this coming on since the pandemic, I say. So I have a really dear friend at school who's going on maternity leave at the very end of the school year. And they asked me to be this sub because you know what? It's true, because what happens is people need to understand what the last couple of weeks of school are like. And if you know the school, you know the culture, you know the experience, in fact, you are the ones who started the traditions of what the last weeks of school are like. So it makes it a lot easier and I can earn a little cash, and that will help with our trips that are coming up. So I agreed to do this. I'm a little bit scared because I haven't been back in the classroom, but like I say, it's all, known. It's a known thing. So there we go.
Third potential truth. These are hard. There's only one truth of those 3.
Is it two
You're
truths?
Good.
Is it 2 truths and a lie, or 2 lies and a truth?
You said it was 2 lies and a truth.
Oh, so you tell me.
There's one truth.
Oh, maybe it's
I
April
have
Fool's
to
Day.
decide in between that. Dear God. I don't think I just cracked up on the last one in that it's not that I would ask you to come back and take care of those last 2 weeks as well. Um, what I laughed about was that you would say yes. So, but then again, I could totally see how you would step up and do it if you felt it was the right thing.
Well, it's not the pandemic anymore. I was wanting to help my colleagues out during the pandemic when they really needed it, but I didn't want to expose myself to getting ill and potentially dying.
Right. No. And wearing a mask all day while
Yeah.
teaching PE is not cool. It's hot, actually. I have no clue, Sue. I don't even know where to begin. You nailed me on all. I would have to say all truths, but the one I don't want to be true is for you to move to a retirement community and sell your home, or I don't know. To me, that's kind of been an anchor spot. So I'm kind of a little emotional about that one. So I would like that one to be the false, and the other one are two truths.
Okay. Well, um, the one is that I'm an artist. That's true.
That is true.
And it's true that I we're looking for a retirement community in the town east of us, but we don't they're not doing that right now. So I wish it were true, but it's
So
not.
that was the false.
And
So you
so and
are?
so it
Wow.
so is the one about going to school. There's no way I'm not going to school. So it's two lies and a truth.
So I was right when I burst out
Yes,
laughing
you
on that
were.
one.
You were right.
So my instinct knew.
Yeah, it is true. Would you like to do a little quiz?
What kind of a quiz?
April Fool's quiz.
Okay.
All right, so the quiz. True, is this true or is this an April Fool's? Japanese long distance runner Kimo Nakajimi entered the London Marathon in 1983 but got confused by a translation of the rules and thought he had to run for 26 days, not 26 miles. He was discovered after the race was well over, out running in the English countryside.
False.
So it's an April Fool's?
Yes.
You are correct.
Thank you.
It was done by the Daily Mail, and it included a photo. So it adds this little
Truth
bit
to
of
it.
yes, which
Yeah.
brings AI
And he
is
probably looked
scary.
haggard and he had holes in his tennis shoes.
Yes. Okay. Here's another one. On the Atlantic. Hang on. Here's another one. Burger King introduced a new left-handed Whopper in the U.S. in 1988, designed for the 32 million left-handed Americans. The new burger had the same ingredients as the original, but all the condiments were rotated 180 degrees.
That's just absurd. That's false.
It is an April Fool's, and it was a way, it was one of their promotions. They were trying to be funny. Okay. You're doing well. Here's another one. The fashion designer Alexander McQueen claims to have written a profanity in pen onto a jacket belonging to Prince Charles when he was working as a Savile Row tailor.
True.
Yeah, it is true. Okay, so hey, okay,
3 for 3.
you're doing really well. Okay, let's try another one. Telescopes belonging to the Chicago Times discovered a penal colony on the moon in 1876.
False.
Well, of course it's false.
Exactly.
But again, they did drawings and everything, and they did a whole series. It was a 6 episode series. It was a big giant hoax that they pulled, and it was a lot of people believed it. It was kind of hilarious back at that time.
Well, thank you for that quiz. That was fun.
Okay, there's more.
Oh.
It emerged earlier this year that elephants have hitherto unheralded powers to mimic sounds, including birds and nearby traffic.
False.
That is true.
Oh.
That is true. Isn't that crazy?
Oh. Yeah.
All right. Perhaps one of the most interesting ones that I have here. Swiss farmers enjoyed a particularly good spaghetti crop from the country's spaghetti trees in 1957.
False.
Why?
And I gotta share one with you
Because it's
that
the
my
wrong
mother,
region. It's the wrong region, right? I mean, Switzerland.
of
That's why.
course, they only really grow spaghetti in Thailand. It's
No,
the
it's
total
Italy.
misconception.
Italy.
I know, I'm kidding. It's just that absurd. My mom, we both fell for this once. I was, I don't even want to say. I was sadly in my 20s, I think, but it was something about like telephone pole trees. Like they grow telephone pole trees.
Yes.
And we both for a minute actually went, "Oh, that's so silly." We're like, "Wow, a branchless tree." Anyway,
You have to catch people off their feet, you know. I
yeah.
remember this. There were pictures of this spaghetti harvest, photographs where they actually had the spaghetti tied to trees and people were harvesting it. They were in Italian costumes, not Swiss ones. I think maybe they were Swiss in retrospect. I'm thinking about it now. Black and white looked very realistic. People were, happily harvesting. They had baskets of the spaghetti. And I remember seeing this picture when I was a kid. It was sixth grade because I remember we were moving from Florida up to Indiana and we stopped at the Atlanta Underground and they had like these old fashioned newspapers and they showed that. And for a second, I'm like, what? And
Yeah, it's just that little
what?
pause, but you're embarrassed to
Yeah. And
admit
then
you even paused.
and then I got it. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, to me, then it became hilarious. This is where I learned a lot of my humor. I appreciate very wry stuff or spaghetti. No, but
Yeah,
anyhow,
oh God, no, whole wheat, right?
no. But I do love. What I loved then is I turned around and then pulled this on my little sister, and she
And
was
it
like,
worked.
she was that much younger. She must have been like 6 or something, and she totally fell for it, and it was hilarious. We just thought it was the most hilarious thing in the world that she'd fall for it. So anyhow, okay. And last but not least, the Wisconsin State Capitol building was destroyed in 1933 by a series of mysterious explosions. The Madison Capital Times reported at the time that the explosions were attributed to large quantities of gas generated through many weeks of verbose debate in the Senate and Assembly chambers.
Well, false.
It is an April
Because,
Fool's.
yeah, okay.
But okay, and the quote is hilarious. It was supposed to be like to be funny, a politician, laughing at their own themselves. But there was a photo to go along with it. So again, this thing with photographic evidence, AI is so
I
easy
know. I was just thinking
nowadays.
it ties into AI
We
perfectly.
all need to get so good at being able to question what we see and what we hear, not just for the humor of it, but for the reality of it. Yeah.
And unlike journalism, where you have to show proof, that's the thing that's scary about the internet because there's no proof needed anymore.
Well, that brings me to another one. There was a hoax done by the NPR, and
Oh, by
by
NPR? They did one?
NPR. So, and this is the thing: a lot of these are come from magazines and newspapers where people see these as authorities. So, NPR did one in 1992, and it said that Richard Nixon was running for president, and that they even had a impersonator, it says radio, who said, "I never did anything wrong, and I won't do it again." So
Wow.
that was, and
Because you're
people,
right. I'm an NPR fan, as are you. And you're right. I would have not doubted it.
yeah. Unlike the
Oh
Geico
God.
commercials, they do, the other one was the Burger King was when Taco Bell did one, where they said that they bought the Liberty Bell to help pay off the national debt. It was back in 1976, and they were going to name it the Taco Liberty Bell. So,
Oh God,
people
that's so
believe it for a
funny.
second, and if you build up this backstory of like why you're doing it, like to pay off the
Right. No,
national
it's
debt, yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. So, if you love this, folks, check out hoaxes.org. That was one of the sources I used, as well as the quiz came from the Guardian, from guardian.co.uk.logo. So, not logo, guardian.co.uk. So check them out, have some fun, and don't fall for it, folks.
Thank you.
And that wraps up this bonus episode of Retired. Thanks for listening. Really? Are you not? Is this a joke? Is this a? Are you trying to?
April Fool's!
You're trying to make a fool of me?
Yeah.
All right.
So.
That wraps up this bonus episode of Retired. Thanks for listening.
Until next week, please feel free to lend your feedback or ask questions by emailing us at retiredpodcastnewtread@gmail.com. You're invited to follow us on Facebook at Retired Podcast New Tread. Check the show notes and links and contact information.
Retired is co-hosted by Sue Britz and Tina Lokkbakk. It's produced, directed, and edited by me, Sue Britz. Music and graphics by me too. Please click to subscribe so that you won't miss your chance to join our retired road trip.